Salutations, welcome to this episode of the Tim of Borg Show. In this video, I'm going to I've already unboxed, but I'm going to assemble and review and play with and test this Chinese train set from AliExpress. It's a rail transit, the new railway building block train series, it says. That's the picture of it. It comes with the motors. It's 941 pieces, and you get two minifigs that actually really do look exactly like Lego ones, except for the arms not being attached out of the box. But actually the quality of them looks quite good. Yeah. Look, you get a remote control that's quite a nice style, older, larger than you get with Lego at the moment. Yeah, power functions. Not lithium ion, this one's just a battery. That's why it's so cheap. Yes, so this is the huge train set that I have purchased with 941 pieces for only $75, $76 Australian money. Converted over from AliExpress, and it arrived in like 3.5 weeks or something like that, pretty quickly, maybe 2.5 weeks, I don't know. 941 pieces, absolutely amazing. Let's have a look at the manual. It actually also comes with this railway crossing, okay, as well as that size track. So 2 forks and a bendy piece extra. It's quite a bigger track than you normally get with the train set, so it's more than you get with the Lego train sets. And yeah, little man with the 2 men with moustaches it comes with. It's very old school type of analog, remote control transmitter system, which is a bit annoying because I'd rather use the lithium ion, more modern one that I have anyway, but that's part of the design. I realized up here that's actually the transmitter, that black piece. Yeah, cool, huh? Have a look here, look at this. Pretty nice. Unfortunately it takes batteries, AAA batteries. But yeah, you get 3 carriages, a centre carriage and 2 end carriages, and that's the track. And there's the page for assembling the railway crossing, which is pretty amazing because I think they sell those for like $15 each separately if you buy them separately. And I thought I liked the look of the train. It's all brick built, at least. As you can see, it's not a stupid piece of plastic at the front. You know how some of the speed trains, the older ones, the cheaper ones, the ones I've bought in the past as well, weren't like that. So it's all brick built, but it is white. But it's white and blue stripes. And I like the blue stripes a lot, obviously. I wanted just to get like a blue train, but they didn't really have one in this style at this price range that was blue, and I also have purchased another little train that doesn't have an engine, that was only $33 from the same brand, and I had some issues assembling that, and I got a partial refund from the seller because it was missing a couple of parts. So hopefully I don't have any problems with this one, because that's sort of a bad omen, you know what I mean? I'm worried now. I haven't even started assembling or opening any of these bags, but I'm worried there could be missing pieces. How do I know one of these bags isn't missing? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't actually tell me in the manual how many bags there's supposed to be. It does show you here, that bag 1 will be the first engine, and bag 2 is the top half of the first engine, bag 3 is the middle carriage, and bag 4 is the last carriage, and on bag 5 is the railway crossing and the bike and the track, right? Which is all over here. But yeah, I mean, it looks like it's all here, but the other one did as well. So, alright then, well I better get to assembling. I'm going to do it in a different room than this actually. But I just wanted to show you what's in these bags. These are bags 1. So yep, and that's now we're up to bag 2. Interesting stuff, isn't it? So much plastic packaging is pretty terrible, how much plastic waste there is from these. I'll be throwing out a lot of bags, but they do actually say recycle on it, even though the problem is here that my local council reckons that you shouldn't be putting any types of bags at all into the recycling, which doesn't make any sense to me since some of them say recyclable on them. So it's no good having recyclable plastic bags if your council doesn't accept that in their trash. But I did it anyway because I was like, well, I think you guys are wrong about this, so I'm just going to put it in there. It says recycle on it, so they should do it. Anyway, okay, I'm going to start assembling and do some little videos of that as it happens. It's probably going to take me a few days to assemble it and finish this video, and test it out and give it a play and final thoughts. And but also I should mention, because there was that other one that I had, maybe I'll combine this video with that, because I recorded some stuff about it as well, but I haven't uploaded yet. And also I've got spare parts from that one because of the second carriage didn't get assembled. It was only 2 carriages and it looked more like a tram than a train, but it was apparently like a subway. Anyway, like a subway train. Yeah. Bit different in design to this one. Didn't look as nice, but this one looks nicer. Yeah. Although I think the other one had blue windows. This one's got black windows. Okay. I forgot to say this is the sticker sheet that it came with. I won't be putting any of the stickers on, obviously. And I think that is Chinese Rail logo, I'm assuming. And I've moved to the different table, and this is how I like to assemble things. I have these plastic disposable plates. I don't throw them out though. These are many years old, as you can probably tell. And I put all the Lego into here. Helps me find the things. So it's funny, that's how many bags called number 1 there are for the first step. I'm about to open them all up. Alright, this is all the stuff from bags labelled number 1. Each one of those was a separate bag. And I'm about to start assembling step 1. Okay, these are the 2 minifigs that you get with it. As you can see, they are virtually identical to real Lego, even when I assembled them. The tops of their heads and the insides of the bodies. I should maybe show you that. No, it's a bit hard actually with one hand. But still, very high quality minifigs, unlike often get crap ones with Chinese sets, but this one's actually good. Page 1, done. Page 3. It's quite a lot of steps per page, actually. Unlike, whoops, I just broke it. Okay, this is page 4. Alright, that's page 5 done. So quite a lot built already for 5 pages. Actually, it's really only 4 pages of instructions. The first page wasn't anything. Okay, I've done page 6 now, which was this crazy thing. It's quite heavy, not really, but it's thick. It's full of bricks, and attaches to the front there. Like that. See, I have attached it. This is page 7. Getting along, almost finished the first carriage, engine, train. Okay, this is page 8 done. Notice the brick built front is all happening, and I've finished 3 of those number 1 bags. Okay, now we're up to bag number 2. Page 9, but I haven't assembled 9 yet. I just wanted to show you what parts were in bags number 2. It was those parts there, actually, and those parts there were still from bag number 1. Now this is page 9 that I've completed. As you can see, the front brick built shape of the front of the train engine is done, minus the windscreen and the roof, and the wheels we're still waiting for, and the motor, and putting the battery in there and stuff. Page 10 was putting the front wheel and water tank, but there was supposed to be a sticker there, but I didn't put it on. As you can see, it would say water there. This is big wheels at the front of the engine, unlike the latest genuine Lego passenger train that I reviewed had smaller wheels, but these are the normal full-size ones as the rest of the train. And metal axles. Whether they work properly on all types of Lego track, I'm not sure yet, because we've got to test that. Now I've done page 11, which was putting the electric motor on it. Okay, this is page 12 done. Installed that and the battery box, but I haven't put the batteries in it yet. So I actually didn't want to use that battery box, as I wanted to use a lithium-ion one. But I'm just putting it in so I can assemble it. I assume the roof must come off and on easy or something, hopefully. Okay, I've now done page 13 and brick build these bits around here. It covers the IR sensor for the remote control, which seems to be part of the design for this one. So if I was to remove that, I would need to redesign that little bit there. It's page 14, building this thing, which is clearly the roof with a power switch knobby thing here. See how they did that? So we're sticking that on the roof of the train. Like, I was actually supposed to put the roof on as step 38. So there you go, now the roof is on the front part of this. It's clearly going to be easily detachable like the other trains to get the battery, so that's good. Well, I put together the battery, I put batteries in it, and as you can see it's lighting up, and I've had to pull that back off again because I found an issue finally. Take a look at this. This is the remote control it came with. And zoom in here on where the batteries go. Can you see something wrong there? You recognize that this is missing the metal bits that would make those two batteries connect to complete the series. So this remote control is not going to work since it's missing a piece from the assembly. I haven't seen that piece fall out or anything, or I don't think it really could fall out. I found another remote control that looks similar, but it's actually not the same model. See, they're different. And I put the batteries in this one, and I actually can't get the train to work using, like it's not working. See? Pointing it at the IR thing, and it's still not working. Yeah, so even though the light for the train is on, and I think that's all connected correctly, pushed in properly. So I'm going to have to do a dispute on AliExpress, but I'll keep building and see if I can find other issues. Actually, might just have a look in the garage to see if I can find another remote that was like this, because I might have one, or I've got other remotes that don't look like that, but it might work because they're the IR type. Yes, I've definitely got one of those small ones that's, you know, a little one. I'll go see if I can try some other remote controls on it. Hopefully it works somewhat, but yes, I already found a missing piece that stops the whole thing from working that would make a consumer complain. Absolutely. So I've tested some other remote controls, like this genuine Lego controller, and also other Chinese ones that use the infrared system, and none of them seem to be working with this infrared. So maybe I've also got this infrared component might be faulty, I don't know, because what I've done is now I've reconnected the motor straight to this battery box that it came with, and when I press the power button, God, actually I thought it worked. Oh, okay, yeah, there's a switch on the top. Maybe I'll try that again then. Tried it again, it still doesn't work with the controllers, so I've got to try a different battery box with a controller. Now is change the battery box to be this other lithium-ion Chinese one that I know matches this remote control and works with it, because they came together. Actually came with the different Christmas train set that I bought from AliExpress ages ago. It also has Bluetooth support, like there's a Bluetooth app. God knows what it is though. I don't have the app installed on my phone, obviously. But there you go, see? It's moving. Works. Ah, damn it. That was silly, wasn't it? Now it just crashed on the ground. But as you can see, it's working. So I'll just press stop. I've put the train back together now after putting the new lithium-ion battery inside it. The only problem with that is that this bit here is supposed to be the switch, and that doesn't work. It only lines up with the AAA battery thing. It doesn't even, like this battery is lower, it doesn't go anywhere near that switch. It's not even in the same position. So I have to pull this plastic off and press that blue button down there to turn the engine on and off with this train now that I've changed the battery system. That's just a customization I've been forced to make by the fact that the remote control they gave me didn't work, which, you know, I really wanted just to set it up the way that was out of the box and hoped it would all work out of the box. And unfortunately it hasn't, because hey, faulty, broken, missing part remote control from them. It's a bit of a disappointment. Right, so now I'm on to doing page 3 for the middle carriage. Yeah, just about to start assembling that, and I thought you'd like to see what was inside bags labelled number 3. Each one of those was a whole bag, so yes, that one has got more than the rest. Let's just hope it's got all the parts. Okay, that was page 16 doing this. Now page 17 is done, which was assembling the wheels with the magnets assemblies and putting that onto the carriage's base, which is quite cool. I mean, if you were not interested in having a passenger train and you wanted it to be a freight train or something, this is quite a good, you know, already. You wouldn't need to put anything on it, just put some freight stuff on the top, because yeah, anyway, just talking stuff. It's nice that this one came with blue coloured base plates for the trains. You know, you need those for making train carriages. I remember my idea of creating a neo-classic space themed space train. Well, look what I have here. The right colour blue base carriage plates. So I basically bought this thinking it could be modified to be a space train, because it came with some blue parts. Also, I could basically just call it a Futuron train, because the Futuron is actually white and blue. Yeah, and I had some Futuron stuff when I was younger, which I've lost and miss. And I always wanted the Futuron monorail, you know, the Lego monorail. It's Futuron. Alright, come on. This is page 18, completed. Train carriage is coming along nicely. Oh, I've just discovered a missing part. There was only one of these, not 2 of them. It says there should be 2 of them, but it clearly was not with the other ones where they were. It's not in here at all, so there you go. I'm going to have to definitely do a dispute about this missing parts. Hopefully that's the only part. This is something that's a bit superfluous anyways, and it's a bit of a weird part. Is that even a real Lego part? I'm not sure. So I'm just going to leave this one out. It's not going to stop the build. I'll still be able to keep building at this stage. That's page 19 completed, but of course missing 2 parts, or 1 part I should say, but I've left 2 parts off. Oh, scrub that. I found the part stuck on this that I thought was missing. Step 20 is to make these things. 20 is to install these things. I've completed page 20 now. See? With the doors that they go through. Alright, now I've completed page 21, which was to put these nice pieces on. The blue top pieces, so that the roof will be easily detachable. And then the first middle piece of the roof as well. Something like there. Ta-da! Alright, just got to do the other 2 bits of the roof for the next page. Okay, I just did page 22 and I found another problem. There's like scuff marks on these bricks and they don't come off. It's still there. So that's a shame. Might have to complain about that. Okay, so now I've put the roof on and the electric power thing for the carriage because it's an electric train. Focus camera, there you go. Alright, it actually looks pretty good, this carriage. So, you know, that's why I bought it, because I thought it looked nice in the photos. And I was able to have all the parts. The only problem is that there's a few scuff marks on some of the bricks. In a few different places. But you know what? I kind of had the same problem with the Lego train set too. Not as bad as this though. This has had more bricks with scuff marks like that. But I don't know where that happens. I mean, that might happen in transit, you know? Don't know. So, probably since it doesn't come in a box to protect it from being crushed, and when I get it, it's in like a, you know, plastic bags. Everything's just in bags. Yeah, they never give you the boxes for these things. I have assembled the track, as you can see, and put the two carriages, the carriage and the train on it. And now I'm going to try, see if it works. Well, it's buzzing. Go on, move. Alright, so the train is working just with one carriage, but as you can see that's full speed. Got that turned up max. If I press that, oh, it derailed. Okay, I'm about to do page 5, start page 5. I've just opened up, stage 4. Let me start, blah blah blah. Alright, I'm going to do the last carriage, which is stage 4 for the bags. I've opened stage 4 up. And I'm going to do the last carriage. Okay, now I've done page 23. As you can see, it's starting to have a base. Okay, page 24 is now done. Back door, not openable. The doors, there's no openable doors on this model. Okay, so that's page 25 done. I finally put all the windows in, or not all of them, but a lot of black windows. So that looks cool, doesn't it? Now I've done page 26. 26 is done. Got these weird things in there. Yeah, pretty interesting. Moving on. Okay, done page 27 now, which is this piece here. Now I need to attach it to that. You know, like that. Can't do it while I'm filming. Okay, this is page 28 done. Attach some pieces here in the chair. Yeah, I missed the bit here. Now that's done. Right, now I've done page 29, adding those pieces there. Oh, I missed something. I always realise that after I film. This piece goes there. Anything else? No, that's it. Okay, I did it. Yep, that's done. Okay. I've done page 30 now, which is sticking those blue bits on the top, so it's ready for the roof. It's coming along nicely pretty quickly. Almost finished, you could say. A few more steps to go. Looks starting to look like a train carriage. Nice. Okay, so now I've done page 31 with the wheels and the center thing. Okay, I've done page 32, which is to assemble this, but I'm missing an axle for the wheel. I've got the wheels, but there is no axle here. So I guess I'll just keep going without that. I just realised actually I'm missing that as well. So those two pieces couldn't do that, so I won't be able to attach this. So I won't be able to finish assembling this out of the box with the parts that it came with. Always a disappointment. Definitely going to have to file a dispute with AliExpress. Okay, I've put it together, but it's missing these parts here. I don't have the end piece for the magnet to attach another train carriage to it, or for it to be dragged along by the train, you know. And it's missing the axle. Those are all the spare parts I have left over, or haven't done the railway crossing, which is those parts over here. But as you can see, there's no spare axle or magnet thing. It's not, you know, I haven't lost it, it just wasn't in the bag. So once again, there's missing parts from this particular Chinese brand. Mind you, there are multiple Chinese brands. I'll have to definitely file a dispute on AliExpress for this, and hopefully they can refund me some money to compensate me for my, you know, disappointment. An imperfect product. Also, there is deep scratch on the windscreens, again, pretty annoying, and a few other blocks that they have like marks on them that won't just come off. It's not from me, it was like that in the packet, and it's not coming off, so it's still there. The whole thing looks dirty. Not the whole thing, but certain bricks look dirty, so that sucks. But otherwise it's pretty good that I got 99% of it together. Okay, I've done page 36, which is the railway crossing, so that's cool. Looks alright. We'll have a look. See, it's got a little light thing there it sits on, that sits on. You can go like that. It'll stay up actually if you just go like that. So yeah, little toy cars can cross the railway crossing. Some nice pieces in there. Yeah, this was on page 35 to do a little red bicycle. And that was the man it came with. So that's cute. A little bicycle. I got a bike with the last train set as well. So now I've got two of them. Hello, this is my AliExpress order. There's a few parts missing here on this page. I only had one axle, not two, and it's completely missing this magnetic train end coupler. Alright, as you can see, I wasn't able to assemble that wheel on this carriage. Now that's not the only problem, this is the main problem. Makes the whole thing unusable is that this is missing those two battery connections on this. See how this, it's got the silver bits inside the battery, so this remote control does not work. I should say that again, the remote control is faulty from out of the box because it's missing those silver terminals. It appears to be a manufacturing defect. So I think AliExpress should refund me some money for this, please. Alright, sorry about the dogs barking in the background, there's not much I can do about that. But I just wanted to say that I was able to fix this one up a bit because I had bought this other one last week, a couple of weeks ago, and I was supposed to have two of these in it, but I was only able to install, build one of them because it was missing a couple of pieces right at the beginning, so I gave up on it and filed an AliExpress dispute and got refunded for heaps of it. So I found I was lucky, I had those spare parts, the axle and the magnet, so I've installed it on there. Okay, and there's the train set. I have also set it all up there again, so I'm going to do another test in a minute. But that's good, and I just wanted to compare so you could see. These two trains, the reason they both were missing parts is because they come from the same manufacturer. It's also the reason why they look so similar. But yeah, they're from the same seller, or no, different sellers, but anyway, same website, but they were listing the same things. I could have bought these from the same seller, but I think I got them from separate sellers because I just went for the best deals, and it was not the same seller that had the best deal on both of them. But yeah, that was like $33 and that was $75. So you got a lot more stuff with that, a full train set. Just didn't get a full track with that, and this doesn't have any motors, so that's just like a dumb carriage. That's why it was so cheap. G'day. Alright, we're going to test it now that I've tried to fix it with my own parts. And I did a test before, it was derailing a lot, so you probably expect this to derail. I think the end carriage, seems to have problems staying on, keeping its wheels on the tracks. Hasn't derailed yet. Is that as fast as it'll go? Trying to turn it up as fast as I can. No, well, maybe I fixed it. I had a bit of a fiddle. I think it was missing a part that yeah, it's having trouble going around the corners. Making that big clunking noise over here. Oh yeah, it could be this thing going past the railway crossing. It was kept knocking that off as well, and I had to modify it a little bit. It's pretty cool, huh? Pretty good for $75 plus another $33 for the kit that had parts missing. Lucky I had spare parts. This is actually probably the 5th or 6th train set I bought from AliExpress, but I've only got like 3 of them myself. Yeah, I've got 3. The other ones I gave to presents 2 Christmases ago. Boys in my family. Oh, look what's totally disconnected. Oh god, no wonder it was making such a noise here, but how did that happen? Okay, that's better. Now we'll start it off again, slower. I think that came off while wasn't like that when I started the video, obviously. I'm going to try the other track with that. Uh-oh. I think it's struggling now. It stopped. It's derailed. And it's not moving. Why? No! No! Aw. Damn it. Oh well. A bit hard to play with it while I'm filming. Alright, now I'm testing it with the other carriage that I bought separately for $33, where I was missing even more parts on that one. See at the back, it looks like a subway train or something. I had troubles with it derailing on genuine Lego track, but it seems to be fine with all this aftermarket track. So the next test I need to do, I guess, would be to set up my genuine track that came with that train set over there from the previous video, and then I'll be able to see if there's any kind of quality difference with them, compatibility differences with the different tracks and trains from different manufacturers. But I'm glad this is actually working in the end, so I don't feel bad about this all being a big waste of money or anything. And it does kind of match. The only annoying thing with those carriages is that they don't have an extra magnetic coupler. So, and because I'm actually missing one of the magnetic couplers that I was supposed to get from this train set, that means I'm short on them for building a long train, you know? My own custom mock that I was planning to do. I was planning to modify these in the future, make them look like space trains. Okay, what I've done now is I have gotten the genuine Lego track that I have from my, City Express that's there. And I've put the Chinese rail fake Lego train on it, and it's powered up. And I'm about to test to see how well it works on genuine track, because I've already tested that it does work properly on the track that was provided by the fake Lego brand from AliExpress. Okay, and that's really struggling. I don't know why it's not moving. Oh, it didn't. Wait, stop. Oh, that was a bit of a fail. Whoops. Okay. Try that again. See, I can see already when I'm pushing this along, it's derailed already. This doesn't like it. It's struggling. Did this derail? Yeah, it did derail. So that one derailed as well. Okay, we'll try this again. Turning it on. Why is my finger in the shot? Sorry about that. Come on. Move. It's not pulling the train. Alright, I guess I'll just leave that off. Okay, so it's struggling. There seems to be like a little 0.5 millimeter difference between the Lego track that's genuine and the non-Lego one. And it seems to have derailed or something. As you can see when I take it off, it's actually at full speed. So it shouldn't be doing that, and it shouldn't be having any struggles on this. So I'm just putting it back on the track. Alright, there you go. It's going around, but it's not going around too well, is it? It's struggling. That's a shame. So there's a bit of a compatibility issue, and it could be just that particular China rail kit, and I think the other Chinese train sets that I've bought that were different brands actually did work properly on this. But yeah, there's at least one or two I tested that did work, so it's just this particular brand, which doesn't really have a brand, but it's called China Rail for these two trains that I bought. Yeah. Anyway, guess I should stop that. Doesn't really like going around that track. So I would have to have, like on a table set, the fake Lego track be separate to the real Lego one. They could interconnect, but that would mostly be for show because some of the trains might not be compatible. Or maybe I have to change the wheels around on them with the different, you know, Chinese wheels thing. And that would make it compatible, probably. So we'll see how that goes. But otherwise, yeah, I should finish this review that I'm doing about it. I was going to say it's actually a pretty good train set. This one here. Yep. That was it for the money, because guess what? I already did my dispute with AliExpress, because this is a few days after building this video that I'm filming now, the last bit. And anyway, so I asked for $36 back from AliExpress and they approved. So that means that this train set only cost me $40, and that was because, as you remember, this remote control is faulty and it was missing a couple of the parts, including one of the wheels, sets of wheels. I mean the axle for the wheel. Yeah. I also said in my complaint how it had a problem with the scratched windscreen. Well, yeah, a lot of the scratches, deep scratches on a brand new product isn't nice for a kiddie or anybody, is it? But if I was, alright, so since this is a review, I should give it a rating score, and I would give it a score of 9 out of 10 for value for money, and 5 out of 10 for build quality. Probably it's pretty low, isn't it? At least it does work with the track, and the track stuff that you can get with it is really good, that you get with it as well, and that's really cheap to buy more. I already bought some more, so I've got too much track already. But yeah, there's multiple fake Lego companies in China making fake Chinese stuff, and some of it is copycat Lego, some of it is their own design like this, and you never know which factory it's actually going to come from. And one seller might have several different factories worth of different items, because some of them have like 10 different train sets to choose from, and so that's clearly coming from more than one factory, I reckon. I've definitely seen at least 3 different styles of fake Lego track, train track, so yeah, and they're not all identical, because I can tell the difference with the colour or the slight design difference. And there seems to be slightly thinner tracks on this fake Lego set. So for that, I'm giving it a 1 out of 10. But overall score, I would say that will probably even out to like a 5 out of 10. Yeah, so anyway, but that's alright. For $40 for a whole train set, if you don't try to mix it with real Lego, it's alright, except for the fact it's faulty. But you know, you might have, I mean, there was a few parts missing, but you might have those parts just like I did. Depends how many of these kind of things you buy. and those like power function parts are obviously compatible with all the other Lego and fake Lego power functions things that are out there. So I already had tons of it because I collect it because it's awesome stuff. I do love, this is the side of Lego I love, is like not just train sets, but also I might do some videos. I've got robots, and I've got that I made myself and ones that I bought, and also cars and stuff that are Lego that I've been building over the years. That's another thing, so I've got to do more videos. I've also gotten some more classic space gear, so I'll be making videos about those soon too. Over here is my stuff that I showed you last time, and there's my lunch I'm about to eat. I'm getting hungry, so, but I've ordered a few more things, yeah, and they've arrived. So those are my Eagle Moss ships and my PlayStation, and I'm thinking I should get some Lego games on my PlayStation because I haven't bought any of those ones yet, so I might do video reviews of those too. Plus I've got like so many PlayStation games here that I need to review, as you can see. Oh yeah, and I've got a Mega Drive with games on that too. Every game ever made, as well as some of the original cartridges. So anyway, drop a like, support the channel, it helps, share with your friends, and hope you enjoyed the video. You will be assimilated, resistance is futile. Meow.
There's a great bond between riders. Every weekend I look forward to getting out there.
Hello.
Like no other. Riding to work is a great way to start the day. Shannon's insure all types of road bikes, not just classics. They offer
Meow, 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 meow.
It's why they're one of Australia's
Meow.
motorcycle insurance providers. Whatever you ride, whatever you ride, whatever you ride.
Shannon's playing with the Lego cat. I just got footage of it.
Wherever you're heading this winter.
She's playing with Lego.
The problem with Shadow is,
I got her to be playful. Look,
because she's black, she doesn't really show up very much in photos.
it's a video, and now you're in the video for talking.
When a nation loves coffee, they have their own. Which is why the cafe created one just
She likes the cat. She's looking at that now, waiting for it to do something.
the cafe coffee, chai, and native wattle seed. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
That was fast.
Welcome to Canterbury Caravans. Let me show you around. And as you can see, we've got plenty of stock in the yard. We'll take you down to show you more stock in our indoor showroom.
Why do people like caravans? There's something cute about
And
them.
the clever compact.
Yes, I love that.
The old
micro
ones looked
one.
nice.
What?
Hi. Alright, this is my fake Lego train set from the past that I bought ages ago. And it's running on the real Lego track because I'm just testing compatibility. Because I've noticed I bought a few different fake train sets, and this particular one here, something's wrong with the wheels. It doesn't seem to work properly on real Lego track, but it does work properly on fake Lego track. And there seems to be a tiny micro difference between some of the different fake Lego track brands, but not all of them. So I've got to do some tests. I'm going to try turning the speed up. This is the remote control. It can derail this one if I go too fast, watch. Well, it did last time I tested it anyway. Oh, there you go. All of them. That's pretty funny. Yeah, it is. So that wouldn't be good for running on a table. You would have got a cancel button like that, just like with the real Lego. Anyway, as I was saying, that wouldn't be great. That's a different setup to this. Look at the wheels, how they're all different. This one and this one are the same design, even though they're different colours, but they're actually different manufacturers, I can tell, and they work differently. This one's bad, and this one's good. And then there's this one too, which isn't yet again different to the other two. They're all slightly different colour at least anyway. maybe those two are from the same factory. The problem is when you buy things on AliExpress, you don't know which fake factory it came from, because there's something like I've heard like 30 different factories making fake Lego in China, I think. Anyway. It's a Lego train set from Alibaba, $50. Pretty good.
We definitely can't get a penny on with the printed now.
Why? Look how fast it goes. Super fast. Do you know what you could do with this? You could make a transport system for transporting things around your house. Like you could send me a cheese toasty sandwich on a Lego train that goes to my house.